And just like that, we are back for round 5. This is the 5th and final round. So just me for you guys. Unfortunately for this one, Fish has had to make a dive on out of here. But we have got a bit of a treat for you because we've got some new decks on stream. We've got Taylor on the left, back with us after an absence, not been here since Opus 23 pre-release. Welcome back, and repping Soiree. Whereas Mason on the right running a Storm-ish deck, so Earth Wind running the new Belgemine. So yeah, some interesting new cards, hopefully. You'll have to bear with me as well, since I am running tech support and also commentating. I realise how hard it is now, so full credit to Fish, who normally helps things run seamlessly. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. But super excited for this. The final round, top table is Connor on the Gigawild deck that we saw earlier tonight, up against Sami Naj, our winner of the last round on Mono Water. So yeah, interested I'll keep you guys posted on the results of that as and when we get it. But for your entertainment, in the meantime, we have Mason versus Taylor. So yeah, interested to see how this goes with this new Belgemine. Lots of hype, lots of talk around this card. A lot of people think it sort of belongs in Mono Winds. I think Mason and Jacob both repping sort of an Earth Wind variant. I've given the guys a thumbs up, and away we go. So let's see if I can work out how I can change this. Let's see if I can show us that Belgemine, as hopefully we'll see this card see the light of play. Although it would not be the first time that we've called out a card and then not seen it. So this is the card that's got everyone talking. So yeah, Mason I think opting to run it with the old sort of Opus, can't remember what now, but the Kryl, the Earth 2CB legend. So Taylor turn 1, Misdragon for Shinju, and probably pass. So pretty tame opening from Taylor there. So looks like we've got an Atomos, we've got a Stiltskin, we've got a Norshdalen, we've definitely got cards to play with. So I imagine we'll see a Norshdalen here. Maybe go digging for that Tilica backup. Getting rid of the Belgemine and the Chocobo summon, playing that Norshdalen, digging for the Tilica, which is there, and pass of the turn. So back over to Taylor. So a bit of an awkward spot, one backup for Soiree. Most things are sort of even costed, unless he's got a Tyro or a Thordan to follow up here. Let's see, I can't quite see the hand. He has got some beautiful, I think that's Type 0 sleeves. Looks like he's maybe just checking. Okay, so we have got a Bash, we have got an odd costed play, and I think I can see a Tyro as well. So I imagine we'll probably just see the Tyro come down. Mason is adamant to get Taylor to cut. And Taylor's just giving him the cold shoulder. So Tyro coming down here, gonna get a search. So got rid of Elvis and Demon, and tapping the Shinju. So if we haven't seen it yet, maybe a Madame Adele's probably gonna get just searched here, and there it is. So thinking about maybe getting something different. Is he trying to do more setup? Okay, going for the Bash. Okay, so probably aiming to do a little bit more setup. I guess there was no good sort of Soiree targets for the Madame Adele, so I didn't want to search it out just yet. Alrighty, so 4 in hand to play with, so we're going to get a Atomos down. Tilica getting a reactivation. And then looks like we've got 5 CP Shantoto in hand, so maybe we'll see this come down, get an Earth and a Wind card from the top 5. So no, gone for the Stiltskin, so going to search out a 1CP, grabbing that Belgemine, and then just going to pass on over. Yeah, so you are quite right. Bash has always been a great card in Soiree. Soiree renowned for having a very high EX burst count. So could so easily get some serious value. You get a bash down, hit something like a Tyro or a Kusith or a Thordan, and you're going to get some. So it looks like we're tapping the Tyro for fire, playing the bash, point of damage, and it's not any X-Burst, having just hyped it up. So we hit the Cecil. That would have been a nice card to hit, actually. Bit of protection, added cost for the Belgemine effects. Although that being said, Storm has normally got plenty of CP to pay with, so can quite easily pay the tax should you need to. So searching out now, I wonder if we get an Amber to pair with that Madame Adele that's in hand, and just like that, there it is. You know, Mason, you know, you're looking over at Earth Wind, so you're feeling pretty good. You're not going to run into any sort of Amaterasus. You can probably hold out for a turn. I don't think you need to overextend too much here. And just, yep, he is going to pass. So Mason got Citra Rosa on the draw. So he's potentially getting close to having a good sort of Storm turn to come. So we're going to see the Shantoto come down. So I think just offering up just in case you wanted to Amaterasu that. So okie dokie. So it looks like we're going to get probably Mist Dragon as our Earth card, and then are we thinking about getting the Zidane? Do we think if we got a cheap card to play, or do we get the Chocobo's summon to sort of have some summon shenanigans? So it looks like he is going to take the Zidane and set up for future turns. A bit overzealous to play it now, with that bash sort of standing in the way. I'd hate for you to play it. And also, you're going to be ripping Soirees, which not the best thing that you can be stealing. In an ideal world, you steal something like a Thordan or an Amaterasu, that'd be top tier. And Mason is a pro gamer, and he is not shy to the top tier play. So I think we'll see the Amber get tossed here for the Madame Adele, who will then be targeting the Amber to play from break. And we will be able to search for a Soiree. So there's Elvis in hand. So I wonder if we're thinking about grabbing something a bit different. Maybe a Vesvia or a Merald. We have just seen sort of the... Okay, Lexa. Okay, so we're trying to get our colours online. We are currently at only 2 different colours because of the Amber being Earth. So if we can get, you know, Lexa and then tease up for an Elvis following up from that on your sort of subsequent turns, then your Warrior of Light is pretty much good to go. So I think we'll see the Lexa come down now. Thinking a bit about it, and there it is. So the Lexa does give protection against summons on the Madame Adele. And here comes the bash. Point of damage, it's an Ishtola. Wow, okay, that also cancelling Ishtola. So let's see what Mason can cook up here. He's got a hand of cards to play with. The Tilika online. Zidane's to go. Kusiths. Plenty in the locker. Having a think, and he's just reading that Belgemine, just trying to work out. You can bottom deck the Soirees. So the Soirees get protection against damage and hard break effects. So bottoming those cards is a very good Belgemine in full melon outfit there. You have to tell me, is she a big character in Final Fantasy X? Is it controversial that I've not played Final Fantasy X? I've not even heard of this character. 24 sets and we finally get a character. What a way to make a debut, but as a legend card. So Shantoto coming down. What's it going to be? Is it going to be a preemptive Mist Dragon? That'd be a bit... Just try and get our cast count up. It's got a Kusith. Can't imagine there's too much good stuff in there. There is the Rosa. The question is, how much do we need that Rosa? Looks like maybe he's going to go digging for it. So we are going to see the Kusith and they're going to target the Rosa. So Rosa's going to come back to hand. We've not used Tilika yet, so we could Tilika and then overpay for the Rosa. Or just like cast the Rosa now, second cast, on the stack, you could Tilika effect and then target Tilika untap with your Tomos. So here's Tilika effect now. So, and then 1 CP Zidane, third cast, Rosa reactivates, steal a Madame Adele. Okay. Terribly useless to Mason, but a great card to see removed from game if you're Mason. So we are at cast 3, and we've got a 1 CP reduction. Maybe like a 3 CP Sid Highwind. Try and dig out another backup, maybe. The question is, do you need to try and get to cast 5? You've only done one thing. Okay, we are just going to attack in with the Zidane. Okay, that's a nicer hit. A 4 CP Thornton. Yes, please. And we are going to bite and offer the block with the Madame Adele. So I think they're just having some discussions now about... Yeah, maybe just having a chat about the Thornton. I don't know. So Taylor's not going to nibble. He's going to hit an Amaterasu, which Mason is definitely excited to see. Although it's a little bit of me that thinks maybe he'd have rather have seen the Amaterasu go down to. Yeah, we're just going to pay 4 for Thornton. That will be cost 4. Search. So looks like we're going to go. Yeah, I think he wanted to as well. I don't know if there was some sort of discussion from the players. I don't know. He did want to block. I don't know why he didn't. Only Taylor knows the answer to that question. I'm sure we'll ask him about that later. So are we going to go digging for the Cryol now? Set up for a future Belgemine turn? Or Lulu does the same thing. How adventurous do you want to be here? Because this Lulu will only cost you 2 CP. We'd get you cast 5 for Rosa. Feels a bit overambitious for no real gain. And I think, have we drawn for turn? We have. So we untap. So it looks like we've got a Thornton of our own in hand. We do have the Elvis, so Elvis, I imagine, will come down now. You imagine as well it probably hits Zidane, because Rosa we can just protect if needs be. Mason already getting ready to discard the card if he tries to choose Rosa. So having a bit of a think. He is going to attempt to target the Rosa. No, he's going for the Zidane. So Zidane dies. Takes a whopping, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4? Don't think it counts Madame Adele, so what, 12k? Madame Adele's going to come in. Hits a Vieira. So Mason doesn't mind seeing that. He's maxed out in his backups now. Bash is going to come in as well. Hits Nazana. Now Mason probably would have quite liked to have seen that. Get some bouncing Chocobo Summon to get his sort of storm turns going. So yeah, on a bit of a knife edge. This could go either way. Looks like Mason is sort of building. So, right, are we going to kick off? Shouldn't have pumped through damage. I know, that Atomos is now live. Threatening. Mason, this could be the turn to pop off. Although Taylor is sort of laying his hand out. 5 cards, it is threatening. It'd be a terrible shame for you to build a whole Belgemine turn only for it to get Amaterasu right at the very end. So it looks like we've got a Kusith in break. So I wonder if we see a Cryol to get a Kusith back and then Kusith to get a Zidane. So there are 4 summons there. And then there's one Mist Dragon gone for Taylor. So there's 2 Mist Dragons and 2 Amaterasus left to be played. So Mason having a long, hard think about what he wants to go with. Okay, so this is cast 1. So Chocobo, going to reveal the top 3 cards. Pick a character. Well, double Kryl. I hope you like Kryl, because it's going to be Kryl. And then second copy of Temos go to bottom. Tilica effect. So that Chocobo is now gone because it's resolved. So this is cast 1. Cast 2. So Kryl now comes down. It's going to attempt, and then here's the Amaterasu. So he's going to Amat the Kryl. So when he targets a summon, so the Kryl is going to die. That is cast 2. Untap with the Tomos. And yep, so I don't think it even gave Mason a chance to choose a summon. He just straight up nuked it. So we've done 2 casts, one of which was a summon. So keep chat with me, guys, because there's Belgemine shenanigans and all sorts, Morze shenanigans. So Azura target the Zidane. Do we have a Mist Dragon? It's been allowed to resolve pretty rapidly, so that is cast 3. So Rose is going to untap. Is Mason thinking, do I, on the stack of the untap, do I Mist Dragon? That is the 3rd summon. Okay, so Belgemine has now missed the window for 3 summons. And here comes a... So we're overpaying for the Zidane, which we technically can do. Nice to see that EX plus go. So we paid 2 for the Zidane, even though we did Tilica earlier. We've given Rose a protection and attacked again. And we're going to steal a Mist Dragon with the Zidane. Yeah, Mason saw that, got flipped. He was like, nope, that card is mine. Rose is going to come in. It's a Lena. It's going to make a Tomos a forward and attack with the Tomos. Reactivate. Wow, another Amaterasu gone to damage. That is all 3 Amats removed from game right now. So, yeah. You're feeling pretty good now if you're Mason. You've got a Belgemine, you've got a Lulu. So now he's going to play the Lulu. Target, probably Kusith. Get some loops back up and running. And then pass of the turn. So, Taylor, what have you got? So, there is a wall in hand. That was a pretty tasty card to get down now. Those 5k pings could come in very handy if Mason tries any sort of bounce shenanigans. Question is, can you threaten double haste? Can you wall Zidane here? Because you could wall, untap, draw Zidane, and you can attack with the wall and 5k ping the Lulu. You could be threatening lethal right now. Kusith's absolutely dead in Taylor's hand with a breakstone that's been completely emptied by Mist Dragons. So, okay, it's a Merald. So there's the haste that we were after. So Lulu's gonna die. We have 4 attackers. And so, where do you start? So the Warrior of Light's going to come in first. Seviera. Ash is going to come in. He is a damage 5, so we'll be having Brave and we'll be able to shoot. I imagine we're shooting the Zidane. Unless he's... Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's just going to concede. Oh, it was a Kusith. Yeah. So he's got all the attackers. So don't forget to give him his Thornton back. We're gonna be right back. I'm gonna tell Mason to give back his Thornton, and then maybe we'll give you guys one last interview to finish tonight. So stay tuned.
My light and friend.
And just like that, fresh back after a long absence, winning on stream. It's like you never left.
No,
How was that?
That shouldn't have gone how it went.
Really? Go on, talk us through that. What makes you say that?
Not a single EX burst. Honestly, all day today I've drawn like 3 EX bursts.
Really?
In a deck that has like 24.
We did say, we called out on chat as well when you did. We're like, oh, Bash is a great call here. There's so many EX bursts you could hit. It was like first damage, Cecil. Like, okay.
And then there's a second Cecil later. Because literally.
And double Amaterasu.
Yeah. It's awful. I'm trying. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I've already done it on stream, so don't worry.
It was the. What shuts Belgemine down, I had it in my hand the whole time, is. Well, it doesn't shut it down, but they hate it, is Cecil and Sid Randall.
Sure, okay.
Becomes really awkward target. I always keep an army in hand.
Interrupts are like Lulus and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. They absolutely hate it. Both Cecils went in. Mason said, if Zidane hits a Shantoti or Cryer, I was like, to be honest with Belgemine, I don't really think I missed a Shantoto.
Sure.
To be honest, I think the Cecil's more devastating against that matchup.
Yeah,
personally.
although I guess Storm is, normally has access to a lot of CP. There were a number of turns where I think Mason, when he was doing Rose on taps, probably had a couple of CP spares. So, yeah, it makes it tricky. For sure, makes it tricky. But I think if there was a deck to deal with it, that probably is the deck to do it.
It's my second one today, and I think there was some mess ups on both, and that I nearly bought the deck myself today, and that's the reason I didn't bring it.
Oh, really? Too much to think about.
Yeah, I've done Storm before, but I don't know. This one's just not
sure.
Do you
think the mono wind version's better?
No, I think the Earth one is. I think mono wind one's fine. It's just I think
with the cryos and everything.
It allows you easier to Belgemine on their turn. I think as well, which I just think is devastating.
Yeah.
I think I'd go for the Earth if I was to pick one of them. I'm trying like a wind fire variant with the number 128.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I mean, even if it's not for the 3 cast, you can 2 cast hit the number 128 with the 4K, and then that triggers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's any good.
Sure. No. But I mean, we're right at the start of the set. Now is the time to try these things.
Yeah.
Obviously, CACTIMANIA is coming up in a couple of weeks. Are you coming?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you thinking about Soiree?
No, absolutely not.
Oh no, fine. You've been stung by the experts. Not in your favour tonight.
No, it's chaos. It is chaos.
Yeah.
No matter what I do, and I know I'm going to be coming across chaos, so I need something. But the thing with Soiree is I feel like it's always been that deck where you win 50-50, like, sort of thing.
Sure.
It's not like you see certain matchups as a guaranteed win. It's just everything you go against just feels like a 50-50 with it. And I feel like you can't do that when it comes to the big tournaments.
Yeah, I think it's hard as well. Like, obviously as rounds go on, things get more difficult, fatigue and all these things set in, so... Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see. I think it could be a pretty diverse room, or we hope it will be. But yeah, Chaos looked pretty imperious on stream earlier, although was bested in the end, I think, by the Gigawall deck.
Yes,
so
better than last set anyway, this one.
Yeah, so super interesting. Anything else taking your eye for this set? Anything else you've been really enjoying or liking the look of?
I'm struggling this set, I've got to admit, to pick what I'm playing.
Because there's too much to pick from, or you just have nothing's really taken your fancy?
There's a bit of both.
Okay.
I need to find, like... But then, Opus 22, it took me ages till I settled on Monofire Gigawall.
Okay, yeah.
I'm hoping it's just going to be the same again. It's just going to take me a while to find what I want to play.
Well, we'll talk about new cards then, because the new card for the Soiree deck was the Astrius.
Yes.
Were you running it today? Did it come up? Did you think it was good?
I'm going to be honest, no.
Okay.
I don't think it's awful, but I think it's one that I can easily cut.
Sure. Nice to have it free, but actually in the grand scheme of things.
The thing is you play it for free. It's not an emergency to get rid of it, but it's something your opponent's going to be looking at going, we don't want that sticking around for long. At the end of the day, since that came out for free, they're going to be paying something to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So you're getting some sort of value out of it. It's just, I think it's a bit too fair of a card.
Okay.
I don't think it's bad, I think it's just fair.
Yeah, no, I can see that for sure. Like, it's on attack triggers historically have always been difficult to pull off unless you've got a really strong ETB, which it doesn't. It is free, but then can you afford to put a card like that? It's going to be dead early in your hand. Yeah.
Exactly. And I had one game today where I held on to the Asterisk, because I was like, I really want to test this out. And I held on to it, and I didn't see 7 in my break zone because, I mean, you're playing at least like 3 to your field, and then you need to find 7 others.
And Madame Adele is taking them out of the break zone to put them onto the field.
Yeah.
I think there was definitely a lot of ice in the room as well, so it definitely feels bad in a meta like that. So
Yeah.
but you give it a go, you give it the test. Another one chalked off. It's been awesome having you and Jacob back with us.
It's been great to be back.
Thanks for coming on down. We're probably going to close the stream there because we're getting close to closing time here. But thanks everyone for tuning in for Opus 24. Don't forget, if you're watching us back on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you again next week as we continue the road to CACTIMANIA. You know where we are every Thursday. Catch you later.